Hello my darlings and welcome back to my channel. I really hope you're doing well. If you're new here, hello! Please subscribe and follow me on Instagram because we have a lot of fun here and there. Okay guys, so today another super requested video, my favorite rose scents. And I have done that video almost a year ago when I started my channel. It was one of my first videos. And I feel like this roundup of my rose fragrances is going to be so much different because my taste grew so much, my collection grew so much. So I'm going to show you my current rose fragrance favorites. Also, of course, keep in mind that I'm sure that more than half of my collection of perfumes have rose in it. But you know, I was trying to pick very rose prominent fragrances. So you know, scents that are very prominent on rose, and rose plays the main strings. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump right in. So the first rose fragrance that I want to show you is by Kayali, and this is Elixir 11. This is one of my favorite rose at the moment, and I must say this rose is very wet and very soury. This is definitely one of the soury fragrances in my collection. It's patchouli, it's vanilla, it has green apple to it. That's what gives this fragrance a little bit of a fruity punch and souriness, combined with that beautiful rose that it's in here. Definitely an oriental rose. I love this one if you want a very oriental rose but in a contemporary way. Kayali is the way to go, and this one is definitely long lasting. I get very good 7 hours out of it. It projects moderately. So I really like Kayali fragrances in general, but Elixir is one of my favorites. Yeah, I really like it. It's like a apple and a rose in oriental vibe. Very nice. Okay, next one is my OG, and this is Dior Poison Girl Eau de Parfum. There are some flankers of it, but I'm not very interested in them. To be completely honest, I might get Poison Girl Unexpected because it has ginger in it, so it might be more interesting. But this one has beautiful roses in here. It has 2 or 3 types of rose, if I'm not mistaken. It also has vanilla, heliotrope, tall balsam, tonka. So it's a beautiful mix and combination. It lasts so well on the skin. I get 8 hours of wear. On clothes it lasts even longer. This has been my signature scent for a long time. I cannot go without it. It has to be in my collection, and this is one of the most beautiful roses designer wise. So let me just... Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so smooth, sweet and oriental, and as it dries down it gets deeper and deeper into the notes. It gets darker. Beautiful fragrance. Check this one out because that's one of my favorites, hands down. Okay, next rose. I was thinking which oud rose combination should I pick because I love so many. But currently this one is definitely my favorite. I'll be just honest with you. So this one is Oud Satin Mood by Francis Kurkdjian, and this is such a beautiful rose oud combination with vanilla and violet. Super potent though. Even I don't really overspray it, you know. I do like 5 sprays max, which for me is not a lot at all. Very potent fragrance. One of the most beautiful rose oud combinations that I own and I've tried. Love it. In general, Kurkdjian is becoming one of my favorite brands when it comes to perfumes. I have so many on my wish list, and also I need to rebuy everything that was stolen. So love this one. Check it out if you haven't already, but I've been raving about it so much, I'm sure you already did. But this is definitely my favorite rose oud combination of the moment. So Oud Satin Mood. And now we have to move on to Montale fragrances, because to me nobody does it better when it comes to rose than Montale. Like in Montale you have such a strong, potent, prominent rose always, combined with either musk or vanilla or oud. if you want a specific kind of rose, you will surely choose something from Montale, because they have nice and fruity, they have ouds, they have rose vanillas, which I'm going to show you all, because I have actually a rose from every single range. So let's start with the freshest one, and that one is Rose Elixir, and this is definitely one of my favorite scents, and I must say my boyfriend absolutely loves it. As I said many times before, this is super similar to Miss Dior Cherie, which is discontinued. It does not have popcorn, but it has that beautiful strawberry note combined with rose that Miss Dior used to have. Very, very similar, but I must say it's more rosy and definitely more potent than Miss Cherie was. So check out Rose Elixir. I adore that fragrance, and that was one of the best discoveries of mine for 2020, definitely. Another Montale, of course, Roses Musk. They recently released Roses Musk Intense, which I'm actually eyeing, but you know, I have so many similar fragrances like this, which I will get to, that I don't know if that's the point. If you already have Intense Roses Musk, please let me know in the comments below how it performs. Is it really more intense? I would love to know. Nevertheless, this one is basically a rose musk combination, but in a very sweet way, a little bit powdery but still very jammy rosy. Super sexy, guys. Also Kardashians wear it, or used to wear it, and Mario, their makeup artist, also wears it. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. It's potent, it's long lasting, it's everything you want. They are marketed as unisex, but to me Roses Musk is definitely feminine, but this is just my personal opinion. So if you're a guy, you can still try it out, because that musk is very interesting and oriental. I absolutely love it. So yeah, that's Roses Musk, and something that is quite similar, and I already have a backup of that's how much I love it. Intense Cafe. Another beautiful rose. Here we have rose and musk. Here we have rose and vanilla, and a little bit of coffee in the top note. Yeah, it opens up with that beautiful coffee note. It doesn't last too long, that coffee. And then it gets to very similar rose that we have in Roses Musk. They are quite similar to each other. This one, I must say, is less sweet. This is definitely a sweeter perfume. So yeah, if you want something very sweet, this is the one to go. It's absolutely stunning though. I love the vanilla in here. It doesn't have any woods disclosed. But I smell them very prominently as I get into the shower with this one. You know, when I just wet my skin, I definitely get something like woody / oody, very oriental. Really, really love it. This is so, so good. Very long lasting, super sweet. So basically, many people ask me, which one should I go for? Go for Roses Musk if you don't like too sweet of a fragrance. It doesn't have that much sweetness. It's a little bit more powdery, and that musk is prominent. This one is definitely more feminine. It's way, way sweeter. It's like a beautiful latte in a rose garden, but very, very potent. So I love these both. I highly recommend to have both, even though they have similarities between each other. I noticed that Intense Cafe I use more during the winter time and colder weather when I want to feel more cozy, and Roses Musk I use more in the summertime, especially in the evening. So that's enough of the dingly ding in this video. We're done with Montale. Let's move on. Okay, next one. Okay, it had to be here because I really, really love it, I'll be honest. And that is Delina by Parfums de Marly. Definitely one of the better roses that I own. It is lychee, rhubarb, nutmeg, vanilla, quite fresh in the beginning, but it's very, very specific. It smells clean but sexy at the same time. It's a clean, sexy smell that lasts a long time, so I really, really love it, and I must say it is worth every penny, every penny. I adore Delina. and I'll be surely repurchasing it. I know it was hyped up so much a while ago, and I'm sure that some of you are already tired of hearing about it. But since this is a rose video, I had to include it because this is one of my favorite roses, and it's definitely man appealing, so it's nice. Okay, another fragrance that I absolutely love, and it is quite similar to Delina. Unfortunately, I gave it away, which I really regret. I'll be surely purchasing it because, first of all, it's cheap. It's really not expensive. The bottle is the beautifulest, and it's a beautiful scent, and that is Oscar de la Renta Benarossa in a pink bottle, which is just to die for. I just love that bottle, and actually it would look so nice next to Delina, you know, like little sister. I need to have it. I need to have it. Anyways, Benarossa is a very similar rose to this one. It doesn't have any rhubarb, any lychee, anything that might be a little bit screechy in a fragrance. I know it's a nasty word, but you know what I mean. If you don't like those notes in Delina, you will know what I mean. That one is way smoother. It has orris root to it. So, you know, it's just very, very mellow. And it is such a beautiful rose. I absolutely love it. It's definitely not as loud as Delina, because Delina, even though it's fresh and clean, it has a lot of sexiness to it. That one is less sexy, but very, very feminine. It's like an epitome of femininity. I absolutely love that one. So that's Oscar de la Renta Benarossa. And another rose that I just die for at the moment, and it is Fresh and Clean. I actually featured it in my Fresh and Clean Scents video that I recently uploaded, and it's such a good rose. And this is Angel Nova by Mugler. I've never have thought that I would like an angel from Mugler. That was always a no-no for me, but this one is so good. This is such a good rose, and it has benzoin in the dry down and akigala wood, which I've talked about already, and in the top it actually has some raspberry, so you know it's a little bit more fruity of a rose, because Benarossa and Delina are not that fruity. This is soury fruit, but not like a, you know, nice sweet fruit. It's a little bit more savory. This one is definitely sweeter. It's more linear than the others, but I just love it. It's so juicy, like a juicy raspberry and roses mashed together. And then in the dry down you have some woods. Really, really nice, and the longevity is fantastic. 7 to 8 hours with very good projection. So that's Mugler Angel Nova. Okay, next one I want to show you is actually quite a soft fragrance, and it's a little bit similar to Oud Satin Mood, and that is L'Extase by Nina Ricci. Another fantastic cheapie. And again, another fragrance where the rose is very prominent. I must say though, to me, this fragrance is very mature. This is a fragrance that my mom would wear. I would even say it's a little bit vintage. As much as Oud Satin Mood is very potent, very strong, but has a very contemporary vibe, this one is softer. It is a little bit similar, but to me it smells a little bit more vintage, if you know what I mean, and not in the best way. But I still really like it. It's really, really good. It's a very good, classy rose. Very, very classy perfume. You get that beautiful caramel in there. There is some patchouli, if I'm not mistaken, because now I can smell it a little bit. It is oriental. It is not as strong as Oud Satin Mood, but it's still very, very nice. Quite long lasting. Projects moderately, I would say, and lasting power, I would say, is around 6 hours. With this one I didn't like put a clock on it, so I'm not that sure, but I remember smelling it from around 5 to 6 hours. So yeah, really, really good one though. For the price, you cannot go wrong with it, and I know they have so many in the range. I am eyeing some already, so keep your eye on new videos and hauls when I get to Poland, because there will be some big shopping coming up. And yeah, this one is very good though, the original L'Extase by Nina Ricci. And not many left. Another one that has a very prominent rose to it is Santal Noir by Christian Dior. And this is definitely a powerhouse, guys. This is mainly like three notes here. Rose, sandalwood, ambrette, which makes it a little bit fruity, but it's a tricky one because it's not a fruit. Yeah. The rose here is, though, to die for. To die for, guys. It's so strong, so smoky, so sexy, so potent. It has such a specific dry down. You will recognize it anywhere. When you have this fragrance, you will recognize it anywhere. This one has the best sillage ever. The best longevity, is just the best overall. I absolutely love it. Unfortunately, not many people talk about it, so here I am talking about it. This is my gem. I bought it in Dubai when I was flying to South Africa, so you know, I still have like nice memories attached to it because I love shopping in the airport. Big thumbs up if you want something very strong. And this is unisex, definitely a unisex. This is not your airy fairy nice rose. No. This is in your face. Love it. And last but definitely not least, this is a new addition to my collection, which I reviewed instantly. I mean instantly when I got it, but I mean recently. That's what I mean, recently. I reviewed it recently on my channel. I dedicated a full video to it, and this is the most complex rose-based fragrance that I own, and this is Instant Crush by Mancera. Why do I include it here in this video with roses? Because on my skin it really projects with the rose. Yo, very strong. Super strong fragrance. If you want a full review on it, I will put it right here and at the end of this video. Guys, you need to try it. This is one of the most unique fragrances that I own. I really was very hesitant buying it because of people's reviews, which were very contradictory, and nobody really told me the truth, if you know what I mean. I still didn't know how the fragrance smells. Now I do, but I'm still a bit confused. In a good way, though. On my skin is completely not a Baccarat Rouge dupe. Let's get this out of the way. On my skin, this is a little bit masculine in the very beginning, and then it dries down to a marzipan rose. Do you want anything more? Well, if you do, watch the review. If you don't, just get it. Just get it, and trust me, this is fantastic. So that's Instant Crush by Mancera. And that's a wrap, my lovelies. I hope you liked the video with my roses. These are my current favorite rose fragrances that I will probably never get rid of. I absolutely love them, and throughout my whole collection and everything I've tried already, these are my favorites. I will surely be exploring more Montales, more Monserras. Oh, actually, I know you're gonna ask me that in the comments, so I'll just get it straight away. Mancera Roses Vanille. Guys, it is very similar to Intense Cafe. So if you have one or the other, you don't need the other. Do I make sense? I hope so. It's too similar to have both. That's why I don't have it, because I had a decant and it was so similar. But I prefer the dry down of Intense Cafe because it's more intense on the vanilla. So that's that. These are my roses. And you, my beautiful roses, please subscribe and leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, and see you in the next video. Bye.